You can almost hear the noise coming from the nearby French Quarter, and they're being just as loud inside Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Blake Groupie out and ready to send this away. And off we go on Thursday night. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. A carry by Brooks to start the drive. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. From the 39. He fires one deep down the right sideline. First time this game they've looked to him. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? On the option, they give it to Brooks. Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. 4th down, and it'll be the native of County Wicklow in Ireland, Daniel Whelan, on to punt. Breaks the tackle, still going. Ooh, and he's out of bounds before he can break it upfield. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Saints will get set to take over. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
To throw here on 1st down. Escapes the pocket. That one's complete over the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle him up before it came to fruition.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 46. Looking right, and he finds him. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They send him left out of the slot. Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he works this to the 38 before going down. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle, Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Play action on 1st down. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they're going to stop him after he runs it inside the 35. 6 yards the pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
From the gun on 3rd down. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints have a great first drive and get the game's first points. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Young. That's complete to Leggett. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, or it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
He'll cobble together a yard there. Chase Young bringing him down there. Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Young working from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. Defense shows blitz. Young. He finds Sanders. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. We played one here on Christmas Day. Neither side separating much so far. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Young. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Back now, pressure on its way. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers start to fight back with their first points of this game. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. McManus there to tack on the point after. And the Panthers tie this game 7-7. On now is McManus to kick this away. This return starts at the 5. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got 1st down from the 31. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And the Panthers are there to bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Takes off right out of the read option. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
The Panthers going with the dime. 3rd down. Back to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Ole Miss rookie. And the Panthers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, partner, you know this one firsthand. Getting them behind the sticks really limited what the call could be on the offensive side, and no doubt helped set up that INT.
Unfortunately, I sure do. And when you're in these situations, you got to have self-talk. You really do as a quarterback. You got to tell yourself 3rd and long, extra long like this, protect the football. Protect the football. A punt is okay. Quarterback extra aggressive in the defense. Well, they did exactly what they wanted to do. They took it from them.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Young. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, Carolina. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Panthers break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is McManus to kick this away. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. It's taken in by Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That's going to be caught by Washington. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that. Working inside the red zone. Hauled in left side. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They run it from the gun with Kamara. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
That's good.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. The Saints trailing in the early going. Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Goal to go, it's a pass play. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Group B to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints tie things up at 14. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Young to throw it. Hits him on the out route. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st. Hands off here for Brooks. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. From the pistol, it's Young. And that throw just too high for him.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
On third down, it's Young. On the move, headed right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3. From the 36. On the quick slant, it's Legent. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers get some late points and the lead. Xavier Legent with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Panthers break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is McManus to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And look at this return. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Throwing from the gun here. And that one's going to hit the turf. Looking for his wide receiver there. So second down coming up. He'll throw it. He puts some juice on a deep throw. Wide open down the field, and he has it. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Groupie to try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Saints tie this game at 21. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. To the air on first down, Young. Connects on the crosser. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Now Young. He's got a man left. And he goes out of bounds, just short of the 35.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Caught, nice gain left side. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Young working from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only Only 2 seconds left in the half, so on comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. He's dropping back to throw. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. They get 28 out of that play. And the Saints are going to have a first down. They're set up at the 35 now. Sending a tight end in motion left. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he works it down to the 30-yard line. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Back to the well again. He's pushed straight ahead, nets maybe a yard at most. That stop made by Derek Brown. They made it to single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First down from the red zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind them, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
2nd and 10 now. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Throw on 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints take the lead right away in half number 2. Chris Olave with the touchdown. Groupie adds the extra point. And the Saints take a 4-point lead. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Brooks. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Well, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the gun, Young. Cut by the open man. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now an inside handoff to Brooks. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Young. He has the 1st over the middle. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Legette's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Young on the play action. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Sticking to the air, it's Young. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers grab the lead on their 1st series of the half. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers push their lead to 3. On now is McManus to kick this away. This return starts at the 5. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Lone back gets the handoff. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. That stop made by Derek Brown. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Another carry for him. And the struggles continue for him tonight. He's only able to get back to the line. No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Throwing now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. Now a give running right. This is ahead for about 5. Tackle made by J.C. Horn. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So just a lone quarter remains in our Christmas Day game. It's the Saints' ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 31. Olave with the catch. They gain 14 on the play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Forced out to his right. He takes it himself. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. He's on the move. Ooh, he's calling his own number again. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Looking for a throw here. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints take a 4th quarter lead. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Young to throw it. Hubbard hauls it in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable, and creates space to take that shot downfield.
On 2nd down, it's Brooks. And the struggles continue for him tonight. He's only able to get back to the line. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd. Young throwing here. Finds Sanders. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. They'll run here following the penalty. And that one's going to back the offense up just a bit here. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Running it after the penalty. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Play action now, Young. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He's got it. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. From the gun, a give to Brooks. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Looking to throw. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take a 4th quarter lead. Pretty important PAT here, Brock, to make it a field goal game. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Panthers push their lead to 3. On now is McManus to kick this away. Starting from the 5. Returns looking good so far. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level, they want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
1st and 10, they're going to throw. It's taken in by Washington. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Able to get it to Moreau. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints trail by a field goal. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Back to throw it. Complete right side to Washington. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Desperation time here on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. How about 19 yards on 4th down, and the call to go for it pays off considerably. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Setting up to pass. He sends this one to the end zone. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints jump in front late. Chris Olave with the touchdown. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Completes it to his running back. Here's Jonathan Brooks. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
That's complete. Here's Brooks. And he gets out of bounds, stopping the clock, but not the big play they needed. Just a gain of 5.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Chased out to his right. Catch is made down the right sideline. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw, and without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
This is reeled in by Leggett. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Here he is to throw. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. They connect on the deep shot. And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game. Pretty important PAT here, Brock, to make it a field goal game. And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game. On now is McManus to kick this away. This return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And with 4 seconds remaining, they're going to take a timeout. They're out and set. 1st and 10. One final shot here. Buys time, rolling right. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So it's the Panthers who take this one on the road. And it's a very happy holiday for these guys as they take the victory here on Christmas. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Panthers are winners as we say so long from New Orleans.